What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode. My name's Mark, and on this channel, we talk about tech, life, culture. We talk about things that are going to help you level up in life. Today, we're going to be looking at Mark Cuban. We're going to be hearing from Mark Cuban, his guide to getting rich. And I think these are practical steps that are going to help you and everybody that listens to this level up in life. And then we'll give a little commentary as we go along. So let's jump right into this, guys. Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Mark Cuban, and I'm about to give you some advice on how to be just a little bit richer than you are today. How do you get rich? Rich is all relative, so there's certain things you need to do in order to put yourself in the best position to be rich.
Now remember, he's a billionaire. Take notes on what he's saying. He's gone through the mill of his ups and downs in life. He's a seasoned moneymaker. Let's check it out.
The first thing you need to do is live like a student. When you get that first job, it's really cool. I remember looking at cars and thinking, I want this car. Fortunately, I kept my junker. Number two,
so true. When it comes to living like a student, he's basically saying live frugal. Don't take all that money that you're making and spend it on frivolous things. Listen, some of the most wealthiest people in the world really don't drive anything fancy. Bill Gates, I think, drives just a simple old beater. And so, yeah, that's one piece of advice that I've actually heard from many wealthy people. You know, it's the kids, it's the fake gurus and the kids that want to impress people that go and spend money on Lamborghinis and Porsches and Ferraris. And don't get me wrong, those things are good to have. But when you're just starting out, live like a student. Let's check out number two.
You shouldn't use credit cards. I remember bill collectors calling me every 2 minutes. You're better off using a debit card when you need to just not use cash. Number three.
Now, I sort of agree what he's saying. When you're first starting out, you definitely don't want to get in debt. And what happens with a lot of college students, man, they just live off that credit card. They just chip away at that credit card, and then they don't end up paying it back. Then they get in really bad debt, and then what happens is your credit score goes downhill. Now, I think you need to have some sort of good, healthy debt, and you need to have credit cards in order to do certain things in life, and you need to take care of your credit score. There's some people like Dave Ramsey who talks about who cares about the credit score and the FICO score, and don't ever use credit cards and cut them up. Now, you kind of have to have a little balance there. Have credit cards. When you use the credit cards, pay them off immediately. Don't let it drag on for months and months and months, and then you have to pay interest on that. So when you use your credit card, pay it off instantly so it starts to build your credit score up so you can do more things with that good credit. Let's check out number three.
You save up 6 months' income. If you don't like your job at some point, or you get fired, or you have to move, or something goes wrong, you're going to need at least 6 months' income.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that 6 months income, same thing Dave Ramsey talks about, having an emergency fund of at least 6 months of income saved up in the bank in case anything happens. Like we just went through a huge pandemic, a big shutdown nationwide, actually worldwide, and there's a lot of people that are starving and hungry because they don't have money to put food on their table right now. But if you have 6 months of savings lined up, then you'd be fine during a pandemic and a close down and a shutdown. And even if you lose your job, I mean, that's why they call it an emergency fund. And it's not always easy to get there, but you should be striving to get that 6 months of income saved up as fast as you can.
Then what I would do is probably put it into the cheapest SPX, Standard & Poor's mutual fund that I could find.
Okay, he's talking about mutual funds, stocks, bonds. Now, there's safer ways to invest your money. When it comes to the homes of money, the places where money is stored, you have your banks, which are there's really no growth. They're safe, it's liquid, but there's no growth, and there's no, it doesn't really do anything, it just sits there. Then you have the markets that you can put your money into the market, but it's speculative growth. It could go up very fast, but it could also go down very fast as well. So it's not really safe. And sometimes it's not liquid because you like 401ks and IRAs, you got to wait until you're a certain age to take those out. And then we have, stuff like real estate. Not liquid because you can't just take your money out when you need it. You either have to sell a house or refinance a house. There's some tax advantages, but again, it's speculative growth. We hope the price of the house is going to go up, but it's not always the case. And sometimes the house, they're calling for a crash coming soon in the next couple of years. What happens when you have a $1 million home and all of a sudden it's only worth, $500,000 when the stock market crashes or when the housing market crashes? So be careful where you invest your money. Speak to a financial advisor. Get some professional advice. But one of the ways, and I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, but one of the ways that I'm growing some of my personal wealth for myself and for my family is through IULs, Index Universal Life Insurance Fund. And so we can have a whole nother video discussion about that. But life insurance is a very safe and secure way to save your money for later on in life, potentially tax-free retirement. So if you have any questions about that, drop them in the comments. Let's check out number 5.
If you're a true adventurer and you really want to throw the Hail Mary, you might take 10% and put it in Bitcoin or Ethereum. But if you do that, you've got to pretend you've already lost your money. And it's like collecting art. It's like collecting baseball cards. It's like collecting shoes. Something's worth what somebody else will pay for it. It's a flyer, but I'd limit it to 10%.
Now, 10% is a little high in my personal opinion, maybe 3%, 4%, 5% max. You literally have to look at it like if you invest $1,000, expect that $1,000 to just go down the drain like you never had it in the first place. They always say when it comes to crypto, because it's so volatile, only invest what you're willing to absolutely lose, because most of the time you're going to end up losing it. Now, there's a big bull run happening right now with Bitcoin and Ethereum and lots of the big cryptocurrencies. They're shooting through the roof right now. Bitcoin's almost at $20,000. Hasn't been like this in the last 2 years. We're at an all-time high right now, but at any given second, it could crash to the ground and go back down to $3,000. So be very careful with where you put your money, especially when it comes to crypto. I was in crypto for many years back in 2018. 2019, and it's very volatile. So unless you just take it and just use play money and just put some stuff that you're not willing to, that you don't really care about, put it into crypto and just let it sit there, then consider maybe 2, 3, 4, 5% at max, unless you're an avid trader and you really know what you're doing.
It's so hard to make a return on regular investments that you're better off when you see a sale. So for instance, hopefully we're all using toothpaste every day, right? A couple of times a day. And we're going to go through toothpaste every month, whatever it may be. You're better off buying 2 years worth of toothpaste when it's on 50% discount. That's an immediate return on your money. Any of your reusables, consumables that you have to have, when they're on a huge sale on Amazon, buy them, because chances are their prices are going to go up. But that's a real savings that you get to put in your pocket.
So again, he's talking about being frugal when it comes to buying things, and this is actually good. This is a good advice, good suggestion. Get consumable goods at bulk and at a discount if you're able to. If you don't shop, maybe your parents shop and they go to Costco or they go to big wholesale warehouses. It's a good idea to get bulk when there's sales going on, especially when the pandemic just happened and we had a toilet paper shortage and we had a hand sanitizer shortage and all this crazy things that we never ever thought about in a million years would be, not there anymore. All of a sudden, we go into the store to try to buy something and all the shelves are completely empty. So if you can buy consumable products in bulk at a discount, it's definitely some good advice to try to do that.
Negotiate using cash. I tell people all the time, if you're out, you're going to take a yoga class and they want to charge you $30, say, look, I got 20. You know what? They're going to take it. Negotiating with cash is a far better way to get a return on your investment.
Negotiating with cash. I'd say we're probably turning into a cashless society, especially with the rise of the Rona. And you know what I mean when I say that? People don't want to touch cash anymore. They don't want to have cash in their pockets. We even have a coin shortage. People are maybe hoarding, or they're just not using it. It's not in circulation. Who wants to carry dirty dollar bills? There was actually a study done years ago, and they looked at a dollar bill under a microscope, and it was actually the most disgusting thing you could ever imagine with the amount of germs that were attached to that dollar bill. So I don't know if maybe if you're dealing with Cash App or like where you can direct transfer from your bank, maybe, but holding a wad of cash around in your pocket is probably not applicable right now in this day and age in recording of this video, 2020.
I used to love to walk through bookstores when there were bookstores everywhere. And if there's something that caught my eye, and I thought it can give me one idea, to spend $30 to give one idea that could help propel me, make my businesses better, it was a bargain. The Only Investment Guide You'll Ever Need by 𝗦𝗣𝗘𝗖𝗜𝗔 used to get me all fired up. I'll read hours every day because all it takes is one little thing to propel you to the next level.
That's actually really good advice. Leaders read and readers lead. And I tell that to my sons all the time. So get in the habit of reading. Even if you don't like reading, just read a couple pages a day if you can. Get a good book, a good self-development book, a good book about investing or money or, something that you're interested in, and read. Try to read every single day. Try to read in the mornings when you get up. It stimulates your brain. It helps you. I believe it helps your whole day just be better and more productive because your brain starts going early in the morning. Your engines start running. So that's a great piece of advice right there. Definitely read books. Try to make it a goal to read more books than you did last year.
Nice works. When you're nice to people around you, when you're caring, when you're empathetic, you're always going to get more results. Running a company is not easy. It's hard. But the one thing that you can control in life is your effort. Work hard.
Work hard, absolutely. I believe that last one was that was a good one. Just be nice to people. Work hard and be nice to people. A smile will get you so far in life. Just simply smiling at somebody, just being happy, even when it comes to somebody else's success, don't be jealous and don't harbor bitterness. Be happy when it comes to other people's success. Just be an all-around nice person. So guys, I appreciate you jumping on this video with us, checking out Mark Cuban's guide to getting rich. If you found any value in this video, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your favorite piece of advice from Mark Cuban was, and any other video suggestions that you have for the future. Anybody else you want us to cover and do a reaction to, we'd love to do that. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the post notifications, drop a comment, share this with your community. Remember, live your best life today, laugh a little louder, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.